Hi there everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Kelsey and this class is going to be a backbend focused practice, also focused on beginners or those of you that just want a little bit more information about what you need to be doing in order to practice backbends safely. So we're not going to do any crazy backbends today. We're really going to just focus on strengthening the back muscles, the legs, and your core to support you in backbends. We will be doing some backbends. We're going to practice locust and fish, but we're not going to be trying to go into the deepest backbend we've ever gone into today, right? We're really just going to be focusing on the foundation of what makes a strong and healthy backbend. So we're going to start with a little bit of breath, and then we'll get into the movement, and then we'll have a nice rest at the end. And again, just meeting yourself at your edge today. If you have any back issues, especially L4, L5, if you don't know what that means, that's probably not you. If you do know what that means, then please just take care. We're not trying to cause injury. All of us who practice yoga can sometimes get caught up in the fullest expression of the pose and miss a lot of the preliminary and foundational steps into what makes that a full expression of a pose. So again, not focusing on getting somewhere that we're not already today, working with where we're at. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Come into either kneeling, like what I'm doing here, or if you want to, you can come around and sit on your sits bones, crisscross applesauce, sending your legs in front of you. Let your hands rest comfortably in your lap. Roll the shoulders back and down. Find some integrity along your spine. Soften the eyes. And start with 3 cleansing breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. 2 more. Sighing it out. 1 more. And then sealing the lips, moving the breath in and out through your nose. And just starting to try and pull the breath deeper into the lungs, like you're trying to direct the breath towards the belly. Maybe even really feeling the belly expand, and then on the exhales, drawing the navel back a little bit. And then just taking a moment to reflect on why you chose to click on this practice today. What is it that called you to your mat? One interpretation of the term yoga is union, to yoke something, to bring 2 things together. Is there some union that you're looking for within yourself through this practice? Let's open practice with 1 chant of Om, connecting to something greater than ourselves. Palms together in front of the heart, Anjali Mudra. Take a deep breath in. Exhale to chant. Om. As you're ready, Flutter your eyelids open, release your hands, and come around into tabletop position. So as you can see, I have no props with me today, but if you do have props, you are welcome to bring them to your mat and just make them easily accessible for yourself in case you want to use them. Spread the fingers nice and wide, reach through the arms, lift up through the low abdominals a little bit, excuse me. On an inhale, our first cow pose. Lift your sits bones, drop your belly, pull your heart through, and lift your head. Let the belly relax down as you breathe in. Exhale, round your spine, tailbone tucks down. Press the floor away from you with your arms, chin to your chest. As you breathe out, draw your navel in. Breathe in, cow. Breathe out, cat. Starting to warm up our spines. Incrementally, of course. Don't force yourself into a deeper back bend or a deeper arch than what your body is ready for. I've already done one practice before this, so I'm a little bit warmed up, so you don't need to make your body match what mine is doing. Stay on your mat. One more here for good measure. Inhale, come back through a neutral tabletop position, and then drop your elbows down under your shoulders. Walk your knees back and drop your hips and your belly down to the mat for Sphinx pose. Forearms parallel, like I said, elbows under the shoulders. Reach back through your toes. Press down through the front of your pubic bone, lift up through those pelvic floor muscles, lift up through the low abdominals, and then pull your heart through the arms while lifting your rib cage away from the mat. So that can feel a little bit funky. Play with that negotiation in your own body. And make sure that we're not hunching the shoulders up towards the neck, really long in the neck, pressing the shoulders down. A few more breaths. On your next exhale, slide your hands back under your shoulders, forehead down to the mat. Elbows come in towards your rib cage, and then reach the elbows back so that there's no crunching in the back of the neck. I want you to feel this length that's in the back of your neck right now, and we're going to try to keep that as best as we can. Keep pressing down through the tops of the feet, the front of the pubic bone, and on your next breath in, use your back muscles and just a little bit of the support from your hands to lift your head and your chest away from the mat. It doesn't need to be a very high lift. We're just activating those back muscles. Exhale and lower down. 2 more. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, soften down. And so you're not lifting your head to look forward. No crunching in the back of the neck. Last one here. Use the back muscles. Exhale, lower down. Great work. From here, tuck the toes. Inhale, start with that lift through the back muscles, and then exhale, press into your hands, into table. From there, you can adjust your hands as you need to. Press into your feet, lift your hips up into our first downward facing dog. Alternate the bends of your knees a few times. Pedaling out the feet. Stretching out your Achilles and your calves, stretching out the hamstrings. Warming up the legs. And so in a lot of our back bends, having strong legs is going to support us a lot, as well as having a strong core. Come to some stillness in your downward dog. Press the floor away from you with your arms. Let the head get heavy. Allow for as much of a bend of the knees as you can so that there's no rounding in your spine. Take one more breath in here. Exhale. Inhale, look forward towards your hands. Exhale, step to the top of your mat. Inhale, half lift, flat back, so your hands could come to your shins. Think figure 7 with your body. Exhale and forward fold. Let your upper body just drape over your legs and let your spine decompress for a moment. From Uttanasana, we'll transition into Utkatasana. So you're going to make sure that your feet are about hip-width distance, or if you know it's more comfortable for you to have the feet closer together, you can go there. Put a deep bend of the knees, let the hips drop back, and feel the weight drop into more so of the heels. You do want some weight going into the ball joints, but not all of the weight going into the ball joints of the feet. Think about lifting through a halfway lift, flat back, and then continue with that flat back as you reach the arms up and create this lightning bolt shape with your body for your chair pose. So like I said, strengthening the legs can be a very important part of beginning your back bend journey. And we want to try to keep the legs nice and strong, keep the core engaged, while keeping the chest open. So it's really going to start to work these upper back muscles, not the lower back muscles. Listen carefully. Balance into that left leg. Step your right foot back into warrior 1. So your right heel is going to ground down. Your right toes are going to point towards the front right corner of your mat. Your hips might face about 45 degrees towards the right, but your rib cage is going to stay forward. Your chest is going to stay open as you reach the arms up like you're holding a big beach ball overhead. Think about getting that left thigh parallel to the ground. The knee stays over the ankle. Really good work here. Keep this integrity in the spine. Keep that openness in your chest. And then we're going to turn on the feet to face the long edge of the mat. Right toes point out, left toes point out. Goddess. You're really going to start to feel it in this left leg. You can do it. Scoop the tailbone under. Lift up through the pelvic floor. And then let's transition warrior 1 on the right side. Kick the left heel out. Turn the right toes towards the back of the mat. Lunge into the right knee. Just like in that first warrior 1, hips might be catty corner towards the front left or the back left corner of your mat, but you're going to square the ribs forward, reach the arms up, keep the chest open. One more breath in here. One more time, we're going to transition into goddess, toes out, heels in. Drop the hips down low. You got it. One more breath in. Exhale, press through the feet. Arms come down to the waistline. Parallel your feet. Next inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, hinge at your hips. Send the heart forward and down into a nice passive forward fold. So let the upper body be heavy. Hands can come down to support you. Shoulders away from your neck. Let the spine decompress here a bit. Next inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, walk your hands around to frame the front foot, and then plant your hands, step your left foot back, and send your hips up and back into downward dog again. Take a little rest here. And then we'll move through a few rounds of classical sun salutations from here. On your next breath in, look towards your hands, step up towards the top of your mat and lift halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, press into your feet, rise up. Upward salute, maybe palms touch overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step your right foot back, lower your right knee down, lunging into the left knee. Inhale, arms come up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, plant your hands, step your left foot back, drop the knees down. This is what kind of distinguishes classical suns from sun A's. Lift your sits bones, drop your chest and your chin towards the mat. Inhale, slide your chest forward, baby cobra, keep the back arched. Exhale, press into your hands, send the hips up and back. Take a rest. Breathe in here. Exhale, step your right foot to the top, drop your left knee down. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hands down, left toes tuck, step left foot up, fold. Breathe in, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press into your feet, rise up, up salute. Exhale, hands to your heart. We'll do that a couple more times so you can get the rhythm. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, this time left foot steps back first. Lower the left knee. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, plant the hands, step the right knee back. Tailbone lifts, squeeze the elbows in, drop your chest and your chin down. Inhale, slide forward, lift the heart. Exhale, tuck the toes, send the hips up and back. Downward dog. A little rest in between. Take another breath in. Exhale, left foot steps forward, drop the right knee down. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hands down, step the right foot up, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, press into your feet, rise up, up salute. Exhale, hands to heart center. Just a brief pause. Now let's just take a couple of sun salutation A's. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back. You can drop the knees if you want to. Lower to the belly, elbows in. Inhale, cobra or up dog. For up dog, you straighten your arms, press into the tops of your feet, lift your thighs away from the mat, pull your rib cage through your arms. Exhale, press into the tops of your feet, lift the hips, step over the toes, downward dog. A couple breaths here for a rest. Your next inhale carries you forward into your half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, press into your feet, root to rise, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's do one more like that. Inhale, up salute. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, plank pose, or you can lower your knees down if you want to. Exhale and lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra, or maybe up dog this time. Press into the tops of your feet. Exhale, lift the hips up and back. Find your downward dog. Okay, from here, inhale, shift forward into your plank pose. Strong core here. Even if we have the knees lowered, we're lifting up through the low abdominals, pressing the floor away, and pulling the heart space, the sternum forward. Take a breath in. Exhale, shift forward, lower. And then reach your arms back, forehead to your mat. Let the shoulders round forward for a moment. Reach back through the toes. Press the front of your pubic bone into your mat. Now pull the fronts of your shoulders away from the mat, just like we practiced with those cobra poses in the beginning. Use your back muscles to lift your chest. You might stay right here today. You can even take hands under the shoulders if this feels like too much for the back again. If you feel like you can, lift the arms away from the mat, palms facing towards your body, and then lift from the place where your glute meets your thighs. Keep the backs of your knees straight to lift the legs, reaching back through the toes. This is your locust pose. You always reserve the right to come out of a yoga pose early, no matter who your teacher is. If you're staying with me, we're going to take 2 more breaths here. One more breath in. Exhale, relax. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Press into your hands to roll up first to a neutral tabletop pose. Let the spine rest in a neutral position first, and then widen your knees. Send your hips back towards your heels. Reach your arms forward for child's pose. Nice counter stretch here. From here, lift your head, walk your hands in, and we're going to swing the legs around in front, preparing for a reverse table. So this is also really good for strengthening your leg muscles and your core muscles and preparing you for some of those deeper back bends that you might practice later on. So feet are about hip width distance apart, and you're going to bring your hands behind your hips, about a foot away. I prefer for the hands to be pointing in towards my body. If it feels better to take your hands away from you, you can, but this is just what makes sense for my shoulders. Squeeze your elbows in, press through your hands, lift your sternum towards your chin. Breathe, feel that opening across the front of the chest. Lift up through those lower abdominal muscles. Start to scoop the tailbone forward while keeping the lift in your chest. You might stay here, or on an inhale, you can press into your feet, lift your hips up into your reverse table. This is a really big shoulder stretch. Please take care. If it's okay with your neck, you can reach your chin up towards the ceiling and then back to let the head relax back. Big opening through the front of your throat. Give me 2 more breaths here. If you need to come out early, please do. Exhale, chin towards your throat. If you drop the head back, lower your hips down. Good work. And then let's lower all the way down to our backs for our last couple of poses here before we cool it down and take rest. And so the body should be nice and warmed up. Let's practice bridge pose. Bringing your arms down beside you, palms face down, walk your shoulders away from your neck. Tilt your tailbone towards the mat. Feel your lower back lift away from the mat. Press your arms into the mat. Lift your sternum towards your chin. So again, that opening through the front of the chest. Press down through your feet. Inhale, lift your hips up. Bridge pose. So keep lifting your sternum towards the chin as you press the hips towards the sky. And then your chin can lift towards the sky too. Breathe into the front lines of your body. Squeeze the inner thighs in. Imagine that you're dragging your heels towards your glutes. One more breath in here. Exhale slowly with control. Lower down, one vertebrae at a time, resting your hips down onto your mat. Give yourself a little bit of a rest. And then we'll move into our last back bend of practice today. You're going to extend your legs here, and you can either have your hands resting palms down next to your hips, or I prefer to take my hands underneath the fleshy parts of my buttocks. And then you're going to dig your elbows into the mat and then tilt your tailbone down, lift your rib cage towards the ceiling, and prop yourself up on your forearms. Reach through your toes, lift the sternum up, and then start to lift the chin up and back, and then maybe you let your crown of your head rest onto your mat. But you're really reaching through the toes, tilting the tailbone back, lifting the rib cage and the sternum up. Keep breathing. Remember to come out if you start to feel any pain. One more breath in. Exhale, chin towards your throat. Lengthen through the lower back as you slowly lower your upper body down with control. From here, arms come out from under you. Let's pull the knees in when you're ready. Maybe you rock a little bit side to side. Maybe you find like a happy baby. Kicking the feet towards the sky, ankles over the knees, thighs towards the sides of your ribs. And then taking this into a twist, letting go of whatever you're holding on to. Keep your knees hugging in close. Reach the arms out beside you. Let both of your legs drop to the right. And just a few breaths here. Inhale, come up through center. Exhale, let's take it the other way. Legs drop to the left, chest stays facing the sky. Nice twist to stretch out the spine. One more breath in. Exhale, moving everything back through center. And if there's any way of moving that you think would feel good before we go into rest, you're welcome to take those movements now. Otherwise, making your way towards your final resting pose, Shavasana, arms and legs extended as long as that's comfortable for you. And letting your body rest here for a little while. Also letting your mind rest. Whenever you're first beginning your yoga practice, there's a lot of information being delivered to you. And so now is the time to just let all of it go. And let what sticks stick. And know that if you keep practicing, everything else will come. You'll hear my voice when it's time to come back into this space. Enjoy your rest. remaining just as you are. Start to bring your awareness back to your breath. And then when you feel ready, start to wake your body up with some small, gentle movements, letting the small movements expand over time into larger ones. Maybe eventually taking a big full body stretch as you breathe in, breathing out, letting it all go. And then pull your knees in. Roll yourself over onto one side. Use your bottom arm like a pillow for just a moment. And then use an inhale to rise up with as much ease as you can. Landing in a nice comfortable seat in your own time. And just take a moment to acknowledge how you feel. And then coming back to your original intention for practicing today. Maybe unifying something within yourself or yourself with something that feels greater than you. And letting go of what happened or what didn't happen. And just being grateful that you had the time to be on your mat today. With gratitude in our hearts, palms together in front of the heart, Anjali Mudra, closing by taking a deep breath in. Exhale to chant Om. Om. Thank you all so much for being here today and for sharing your practice with me. I hope this practice served you well. I hope that it was helpful for your beginner yogi journey or for your beginner backbend journey. And please do let me know if you have any questions or suggestions in the comments down below. I love to hear your feedback. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, I put out new classes every single Sunday, so please do subscribe, and I hope we can practice together again very soon. Until then, thank you. Namaste.